Good morning. We're so pleased to see many of you here for a very exciting day for Baylor University and Baylor Athletics. On behalf of the university and on behalf of Baylor Athletics, we'd like to welcome you to this morning's exciting announcement and demonstration of the Baylor in-game app. We are very pleased to have with us officials this morning, not only from the university and athletics who will take part in the application demonstration today in our presentation, but we are also very pleased to have with us officials from YNSCAM and Extreme Networks who really went above and beyond and turned the world upside down to be able to get here to Waco, Texas this morning. So Priya and Mike, thank you so much for taking the time to be here with us this morning. A couple of things to let you know about. The Baylor in-game app is available now for download for free in the Apple Store. So if you want to pull out your phones right now, if you haven't already downloaded that, go ahead and download it now so you'll be able to follow along with the demonstration. But go to the Apple Store and search for Baylor in-game, and you will be able to download that application for free from the Apple Store. Also, a reminder to the media that the news release that we made available in advance is actually under embargo for release until 11 o'clock this morning. And so what that means is no publication until 11 a.m. Central Time, and that also holds true from publicizing any stories. That means no social media until 11 o'clock. That's tweeting, Facebooking, Google Plusing, whatever it is that everyone does. So no advance reporting until 11 a.m. After then, do whatever you are welcome to do at that point, and we thank you for your cooperation in that. Real quick rundown of the day, which includes the final McLean Stadium tour for the media, and we hope you'll be able to stay to go on that tour and get inside McLean Stadium to be able to see all of the changes since the last tour. It is quite amazing. We will conclude this presentation for you no later than 11 o'clock this morning. Post-practice interviews will be on the field at 11 a.m., so please feel free to head out to the field if you're also covering athletics today. We will have those presenting available for one-on-one interviews back up here in this room and out in the hallway afterwards if you need that. So please let us know if you need those one-on-one interviews. And also very important, a light lunch for the media will be served in this room around noon today, so please come back and enjoy that lunch. The bus for the media tour will depart at 12:40 p.m. and we should return to the Simpson Center here by 2 o'clock. All right, that's our day. So now let's begin our presentation, and will you please welcome now Patty Orr, Vice President for Information Technology at Baylor University, and John Garrison, Assistant Athletic Director for Marketing for Baylor Athletics.
Well, John and I are glad that you're here this morning. What you're going to experience today is the product of a very strong collaboration between Baylor Athletics and Information Technology at Baylor. Since 2012, when we first began to envision the fan experience in the new stadium, we believed that it would be centered around mobile technologies. We knew that the love affair that people have with their mobile phones was strong, and it was going to just keep growing. As we imagined the possibilities, we did our homework. We visited major sporting venues around the nation. With an eye toward the application of technology, we wanted to create the ultimate fan experience. We visited with many vendors who are providing immersive fan experiences, and we asked them not what they were doing now, but what they were doing next. We moved forward with our partners who are here today, Extreme Networks and YNSCAM, confident in the experiences they have implemented already in the NFL and in collegiate venues. We were excited also about the technologies they were developing. McLean Stadium has been built with an exclusive next-generation technology that, as you will see, will create an ultimate fan experience that we imagined from the beginning. John?
I would just like to add the collaboration that we had with Baylor IT and with Jens Cam, and then also within our department is something that we're very excited about. I'd like to send a special note out to Heath Nielsen and Nick Jose and Kellen Coleman, all those guys on our staff that had a big impact on all this. Any of them could be up here today. So this was a great working team effort with everyone. One of the biggest things, I love the fact that we're on this leading edge of technology. Really, the leading edge in pro sports even is coming to our college campus. Something that I'm very excited about for our fan experience. That leading edge of technology is great, but it is that fan experience that's the most important part here. Our fans are going to be able to sit in the stands and be their own director for their video board, for their own video intake at the stadium. Priya will go over a lot of that, but it's very exciting to see that in our venue. And then finally, I'm very excited about what the future may hold. There's a lot of ideas that we have on our staff, Priya and her team has, so I think this app will develop over the years, and hopefully each game or each season when you come back you're going to see something new. So very excited for everyone. Please go download it. It's going to impact your game day experience.
Now with us all the way from Canada, I believe. Is that where you flew in from today or yesterday? Would you please welcome Mike Leibovich. He is Director of Mobility and Applications at Extreme Networks.
Good day, everybody. Yes, that's true. I came from Canada, actually the city of Toronto. I certainly am excited to be here today. My name is Mike Leibovich. I appreciate all of your time and attendance today. Again, we're really excited to be here today. Extreme Networks is an end-to-end infrastructure provider, really leading edge, next generation technology. There we go. And really at the forefront of our practice around sports and entertainment in particular is really a cutting-edge delivery system, an infrastructure, if you will, that allows next-generation applications to run. What's really exciting for the fans and students and alumni and everybody at Baylor University is that the system that's being put in place is really a world-class infrastructure, Wi-Fi technology. We at Extreme Networks have partnered and we've worked with a number of NFL teams to date, a few of them that you see their logos up there, the New England Patriots, Tennessee Titans, Jacksonville Jaguars, and the Philadelphia Eagles, all great customers of ours. And again, really exciting for the fans at Baylor is to have this same NFL-grade system that's coming into McLean Stadium this year. It's really about the experience, and we think a lot at Extreme Networks what we call an experience economy, which is really very much the world we live in. We take our mobile devices with us when we leave our home, and everywhere that we take these mobile devices, we expect these unbelievable mobile experiences, and that's very much true in the stadium market, the fan experience today, and Baylor is really at the cutting edge at collegiate athletics, trying to deliver these types of experiences, next generation experiences, if you will, to the fans in the building. And so what we do really from an end-to-end perspective is assure the delivery of these experiences in today's experience economy. It's really about reaching new heights, and at Extreme Networks, we are currently working in a number of aspects with the National Football League. We're actually the official Wi-Fi analytics provider for the National Football League. Our technology is in a number of stadiums. It will be here at McLean as well. What it will help to do is actually ensure delivery of these experiences. It'll allow us to measure and understand application usage and ensure that the delivery of these applications are second to none. And so from an Extreme perspective, we really think about delivering this robust connectivity with fewer access points. And so what we're able to do, one access point at a time, is provide more robust connectivity, greater connectivity for each individual through a stadium. And again, this isn't really a matter of our opinion. We've proven this time and time again in very, very large venues. And so again, very exciting for McLean to have this type of technology in the building. But what's interesting from our perspective is that not only are we the Wi-Fi infrastructure provider in the stadium, but we're actually the Wi-Fi infrastructure provider across campus. And what's a really interesting and exciting story for Extreme Networks and Baylor is to talk about those student experiences across campus, whether you're in a dorm room, in an auditorium, in a coffee shop, anywhere on campus, extending that type of experience. And again, when you think about the world we live in, these mobile experiences that we expect, it really is the same thing. And students expect amazing connectivity in their dorm room, in their classroom, and this is really a continuation into the stadium. And so for us, it's very, very exciting to have this type of relationship end to end with the university and with the students and fans of the building. And so really when it comes down to it, winning's a team sport. And so from our perspective, from Extreme Networks' perspective, it's really about a partnership that we formed with Baylor University, the people and the staff, the IT staff and everybody. We really look at it as a partnership, and we certainly leverage that type of partnership into our implementation teams. A company called Solid IT Networks has done a tremendous job uplifting and installing the infrastructure in the stadium in a very rapid time frame. And we're also very proud partners with YinzCam. And in just a minute, Priya will come up and talk about the application. And really at the end of the day, without the infrastructure in place, right, the applications don't work. And so our partnership in assuring that these application works is second to none. And so with that, I'm going to hand over to Priya to show you guys a little bit about the application.
Mike Leibovitz, thank you so much. Now, would you please welcome Priya Narasimhan? She is the CEO, the founder, I believe, and CEO of YinzCam, and she will demonstrate the Baylor in-game app for us here. Priya.
Thank you. First and foremost, thank you so much for having us here. Patty, John, Micah, Bob, it's a privilege and a pleasure to work with all of you. Thank you for choosing us to work with. In the first place, it's a pleasure to work with Extreme Networks. We have a track record of working with them on several NFL club deployments, and this is a continuation of it, except this is a first in college athletics experience. Okay, so let's dive right in. The Baylor in-game app, and again, my name is Priya Narasimhan. I'm the CEO and founder of YinzCam. So this is the YinzCam roster, and here's what we're proud of. That's the Baylor University in-game app, the first of its kind in college athletics, and you'll see why it's at the leading edge, as John and Patty just described earlier. So there are three things that we thought of in designing this app: content, convenience, and customization. You'll see all three aspects reflected in the different features of the app as we walk through it today and as you download it and as you decide to play with it. So again, content, convenience, and customization. Let's look at all three. On the content side, and here's a true first in the college athletics experience, we're talking about real-time, multi-angle replays. So think of this as every major play of the game shown to you from multiple different perspectives right on your smartphone at your McLean Stadium seat. Okay? That is a first in college athletics. Caption of the play, so you actually get a description of that play along with that little video clip of the play. Customization, several things that engage the fans, several things that amplify their experience right at their McLean Stadium seat, which could include things like digital keepsakes, wallpapers, and more. Convenience, it's a new stadium, and you want fans to have the ultimate convenience, not just at their seat, but pre-game and post-game as well. And as part of that fan journey, stadium maps, problem reporting, traffic, weather, all the things you care about as a fan. And then for the 24/7, 365 connected fan, those fans who are not at McLean Stadium, we want to make sure they have social media, they have news, they have video, they have all the other things that every fan today comes to expect. So again, content, convenience, customization at McLean Stadium, and also 24/7, 365 outside the stadium. Okay, so diving into the app, let's just go back a bit. So you see that's the home screen of the app, the splash screen of the app. Very proud to see that helmet up there. And you'll see the menu. If you look at that menu, that's a fairly long list of items, and that tells you how much thought went into all the features that should be made available for the fan. You can see at the game, live videos, social media, live stats, news and multimedia, schedule of games, roster and team stats. There's so much information there, and it's all the things fans truly care about. That's the home screen of the app, and again, these compelling images, game time images that really draw the fan in. You'll see that. And here's the special feature, a list of all the different plays of the game, and particularly live cameras showing you all the different plays of the game. And we'll get into a demonstration shortly. And again, the thing that I really want to emphasize, the first in the college experience, the multi-angle mobile replays on top of a world-class wireless infrastructure, as Mike Leibovitz just said, after every major play, in your hands, at your McLean Stadium seat, and this is only exclusively through the app. And that is a first of its kind in college athletics. And that's exactly what it ends up looking like, and you'll see that screenshot there. And we're just showing you 4 camera angles. It doesn't have to be limited to 4. It could be a lot more. You see south end zone, 50-yard line, north field goal, north end zone. It could be a lot more. It could be a quarterback camera, as we'll show you shortly. It could be anything. And then finally, as you heard at the beginning of this press conference, please do go download the app. We want to see a whole bunch of downloads coming out of this press conference. I certainly hope you download it. You'll see it in iTunes. You'll see it in Google Play. So please do download it and play with it. And finally, please do use the hashtag in discussing the app today and discussing this press conference as well. So again, with that, we'll hopefully move into a demonstration of the app.
Trade sides, Micah.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's like Micah on the left side. Well, this is the moment I know you've been waiting for. We're going to let Priya kind of take the lead and sort of tag team a little bit. We've worked really closely together with her developers and all of our fabulous staff, and we'll just give you some little examples. Okay, Priya, want to
Sure.
take us off?
Of course, this is the home screen of the tablet version. We showed you some screenshots of the iPhone version or the mobile version. Here's the tablet version. Again, we'll go up here and we'll see the menu items. You see all the different things at the game, live videos, social media, a whole bunch of other things besides. Just quickly going back through this, you'll see all the news articles. You'll see all the different news items here. So you have the ability to see that. You'll see all the tweets and all the social media activity up here as well. And let's go into the really unique feature here. Let's go into live video. And you'll see here something really interesting. It says live cameras and it says all plays. Let's go click on live cameras here for a second. And here's the important part. This live video is available only inside McLean Stadium. I'll let Patty speak to that.
We don't want to get in competition with our news and media. We are not broadcasting this outside of the stadium, but the actual material that's coming through our cameras in the stadium will be available only on the McLean Wi-Fi in the stadium to our fans. So that's the way that's going to work. And we wanted to show you, this is the actual app. That is what will happen. In a way, you could say it's geo-fenced. It's only within the stadium that these live things will be shown. Our news partners will be showing all kinds of video that you see on the TV stations and social media, but these will only be through Wi-Fi at the stadium. So that's something to point out. So now Micah Lamb, who's with us today, is going to switch over. We've mocked up a kind of a sample, because it seems like it's already football season because there's so much football going on, but we don't actually have a game going on. So we picked a fan favorite, which was the UT game from last December. We thought you might enjoy some clips of that to give you a sense of what will it be like when you're in the stadium. So Micah, you want to bring up the live cameras? Sure. So you'll have, this is just showing two. This is the hover. This is the hover angle. And it will be a continuous thing. Now, this is done on a loop just to show you what it would be like, but whatever is being shown, if that camera is looking at grass down below because it's not being held straight, you're going to see what's on that camera. So then the thing that you're going to love as a fan is, did you ever look down and you sort of went, oh, I missed it, I missed it. The major plays of the game are all through the app, recut, put up with captions, as Priya said, and we're going to feature a few of these. At the top, there'll be the last, I think it usually does the last 5 in a live game, and then below that, you'll have the plays from the fourth quarter, third, second, first, going, backwards in order there, so that you can then look back. If you go, I want to go back and look at the first quarter and so forth, you can go back. So we're going to just take a look at some of the most recent plays. There was really a favorite touchdown play that Bryce Petty had there. And you can see the title there. Now, what angle is this one from, Micah?
This is from the end zone.
Okay, we're going to watch it in the end zone. So we're going to have a little dance going on, which is kind of fun.
And then you want to show it from the...
So that tells one story. What did it look like in the end zone? But, we could take another one. What do you want to do next, Micah?
This is from the side.
Side. Let's look at the side and see what was happening there. Now that takes some coaching to be able to catch that kind of a throw, doesn't it? Now, Patty's fan favorite is the quarterback cam. He has his own camera that just follows the quarterback, and you get to see something really special. So we'll show you that one. The quarterback dance. And then is the hover the last? We have
Yes.
one more? Okay, and the hover that's Priya's favorite, the hover. So you can see that, you can see it from the different angles, go back when you're ready to see it, get different looks, because when you're watching the game, you're kind of going to see one piece. When you're watching this, you can go back and you might have seen the touchdown, but you really didn't get to see all the different angles at once, so it's really kind of fun to do. Priya, what else might you want to add about how that's cut or how that's done?
Sure. So Patty said something at the beginning of this press conference that, we're looking at designing the ultimate experience, the future experience. Here you're seeing the fan is the game producer. The fan is in control of how they see the game. And for example, for myself, I love that hover cam. I love how it drops down behind the huddle on game day. And that's my favorite, and every one of you is going to have your own favorite camera angle. Imagine calling up every play, whether you missed it or not, from every perspective that is available, and being in charge of how you watch the game, just like you would at home, except it's at your McLean Stadium seat. And that's completely unique in this space.
Great. Okay, what else do we want to show?
Did you want to show the parking?
Let's show parking, because that's one of my favorites, is figuring out where is my parking spot, I have a fear I'm going to, on game day, drive to Floyd Casey and go to my number and park in my spot. So I need to find it. This is really great. It's available on our website, of course, at Baylor, as well as in the app. And when it comes up, you can just click Find Routes Now. You want to click that for us? And then you can choose, either your zip code or what route you're coming from. So let's say, I don't know, we're coming from Highway 6 eastbound. And then we choose, I'm going to be in, I think the Dutton parking garage is where I'm going to be. So we can choose that parking, and then we can submit that. And then it will give us written directions, which is awesome. And then if we want to send that to our phone, we can just send that as a text message. You can click the yellow button there, type in your phone number, it'll text you that information. If you say to print it, it'll actually bring up a PDF of the map showing the route that you could print off if you want, or just view on your screen or on your tablet. And we think that's going to be a fan favorite as well, because it's going to be very helpful as people are going to a new location this year. There will be other things that John Garrison and his team are working on with YinzCam right now, called the amenities section. Very soon, that's almost ready to go, where there will be a full stadium map. And if you, for example, want to search and say, where are the restrooms near the seats that I have, all other types of amenities that are going to be available, where are the concession stands that are nearest, where's an ATM, all the different things that you might be looking for. So we think that'll be very helpful. Ready to turn it over to Michael?
Yes.
Lori will come up and introduce.
Micah will stay up here as we get ready to wrap up. Micah's Director of Systems Support for Baylor ITS, and he'll talk a little bit about the folks you can't miss in the front row in the very bright vests. Micah?
Yes, good morning. I want to talk to you a little bit about the Wi-Fi coaches. I'll have them stand up in just a minute so you can see the vest that she's talking about. But we have, as you've seen, we have this great network that's going to be in place. We have a fantastic app that I think is going to be incredibly popular. And so we wanted to bring, at the same time, a great level of customer support to our fans at the stadium. Having these fans at the stadium is going to give us the ability to help them get on the Wi-Fi network, download the app if they haven't done that, get it set up. If they have any trouble, we can work with them there. But then it also gives us that direct, real-time feedback straight from the fan. If someone's having trouble, or if a section is having trouble, the Wi-Fi coaches will be communicating back to the network technicians to get everything straightened out. And so that we don't have to wait until the end of the game to get it ready for the next week. We can fix it in the middle of the game. The other thing it does, though, and this is something that I'm really excited about, is it lets us bring Baylor athletics and Baylor academics together. As we were trying to decide what to do with our Wi-Fi coaches, we decided to staff the coaching program with students that are currently studying in the Management Information Systems Department at the Hankomer School of Business. And so they're all going to be there. They're getting great experience. I graduated from that program myself, and I'm very excited about just kind of the experience that it is. We were talking earlier, and there's really not any way you can simulate having to answer questions from 45,000 people. And so moving forward for them, I think it's going to be awesome as they go out and graduate and look for jobs. We have them here today. If you guys want to stand up. These are two of our Wi-Fi coaches. They're both seniors in the MIS program right now. This is Amanda Best, and this is Louis Yeager. And then on the end down there is the head Wi-Fi coach, Andrew Stripling, who is on staff with the Baylor ITS office. He's going to be coordinating game day, the feedback and the problem reporting or anything we have like that. So they'll be here. And then also we have Dr. Kayworth here this morning, who's sitting out in the front row. He's the chair of the MIS department. And so we've been able to work with him to kind of get this together so that we can have students to kind of staff this need. And obviously these vests that they're wearing, fans will be able to find them in the concourse. So they'll kind of be wandering around the concourse, centered around the customer service desk on each level, and there to answer any questions that you might have. So also, before you leave today, if you get a chance, you might come up here at the front and find one of them. They all are going to have iPads that have this demo version of the app loaded on it, and so it's got the video from the Texas game. So you can get some hands-on experience. If you download the app right now, since it is restricted to the McLean Wi-Fi network, you'll just get that message letting you know you're not at the stadium. But if you really want to see what it's going to be like on game day, you can come down and take a look at one of these iPads. Oh, and we have the cards too. They have some cards and they can hand you one. And this is what we'll be passing out on game day. On one side, it's got information on how to connect to the network. And on the other side, it's got information about how to download the app and get that installed. But then also we'll have the coaches there too. So, all right, thank you.
Micah, thanks. Wi-Fi coaches, thank you very much too. A couple of other people we want real quickly to introduce to you. If we could have Bob Hartland and Becky King please stand up. Bob is Associate Vice President for Infrastructure, and he's the man who is responsible for networking out at McLean Stadium and has done a tremendous job taking on that responsibility all by himself. Not really. He's had a band of people working with him, but without Bob, it wouldn't. And then Becky King is the Associate Vice President for Information Technology and Deputy CIO, and she helped was the one who helped organize the Wi-Fi coaches. So we appreciate Becky and Bob so much for all of their wonderful support and everything that they have done to make this day possible as well. Want to let you know that the resources for media are available for download. If you go to baylor.edu/news, you'll be able to click on our story and be able to pull down screenshots of the app, as well as link to a video of the demonstration as well. So you'll be able to have those resources that are available for you now. Again, at baylor.edu/news, and you'll be able to download those resources. We thank you very much for your time here today. If you need one-on-one interviews, if my staff could stand up real quickly, Terry, Eric, and Tanya, they are available to be able to take you to any of the people you would like to interview. Also, lunch will be back in here at 12 noon, and we will head over to McLean Stadium for the tour at 12:40. Thank you very much. We appreciate your presence here today, and if we can answer any questions, please let us know. Thank you.